Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using the Dodge Viper GTS at Le Mans 700. So this is going to be quite a very cool build. If you want to stay behind and see the step-by-step process, you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you want to go ahead and skip to any part of the episode, you can. But I do recommend you actually do stay behind, so that way you won't be able to miss a step. Just in case if somehow, some way the build is not correct or needs a little bit of extra something to it. But hopefully this particular build will help you out to gain some credits back in GT7. I believe this tune right here will be quite a big help, especially if you're looking for a different car to farm at Le Mans. So of course I'll be going through the stages of how to find the car, livery, the parts, everything you need to know. Of course, the setup and the race. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. So, for limited time right now, you can actually get this car at the used car dealership if you want to for a price of 102,800 credits, or if you want to get you a brand new car. Luckily, this car is in fact past the 2001 year. You can easily get this car also at Brand Central. Whichever pick you want to choose from, you can. The new car is not entirely too expensive compared to the one you get from the used car lot, but it's just up to you, whichever one you get. Now, after you grab one of the two cars that you want to get from either Brand Central or the used car dealership, our next step here is going to be going to GT Auto, and we'll be going ahead and making this car wide. That's the only step we'll be doing here, as this Viper, as of yet, does not have a swap. Here's the livery that I'll be using for this episode. And I went ahead and actually pre-made this livery. So if you want to go ahead and add this to your collection, or you can simply do this instead. If you guys like to follow me in the game, here are the instructions right here. Just go to Showcase, search my name up, click on a car with a livery, which is a custom style, which I do sometimes build. Click on my profile picture, click on the user page, and then finally click on the blue follow button. And just by doing that, you'll be able to follow me in the game. That way you have to go to my news feed for any liveries that will help you out. Now, the reason why I want to follow me in the game is so that way if you do see my liveries I do showcase in my episodes, that way you can easily set from my news feed and you'll be good to go. Here are the parts from the livery, just in case you don't want it. There are the rims right there. Just go ahead and copy those. For your front bumper, just make sure you choose type B. For the side of the car, for the side skirt, it's going to be type A. For your rear bumper, it's going to be type A as well. And to finish up for your last custom part that actually affects your PP is going to be the custom wing set. And that is literally going to be it for car customization. So here we are with the setup build. And as you can see, we got ourselves sport hard tires, fully customized suspension with fully customized differential. The downforce, as you can see here, I got at least 87 points to the front, 220 points to the back, with the fully customized racing transmission with the kilometer set to 330. So you're going to be doing a couple of parts, gathering them from the tuning shop. I would recommend you go ahead and get the fully customized suspension. Surprisingly enough, that suspension lowers your PP points, which is quite weird for some reason. Here's the other part of the list. We have racing air filter with, of course, the racing brake system with brake pads, racing collection flywheel, and basically whatever you see that's installed to the car from the engine tuning all the way down to bodywork is what you'll need from this car, and that's going to be it. Now, I earlier did a build with a supercharger, and for some reason, the supercharger had a kind of a cuckoo type of build where I could not allow to use intermediate tires. So I just figured, why not just leave the car naturally aspirated, just put a couple of parts in the car. That way we'll be able to use both compounds without having to have in the game having a stroke when trying to switch to different compound tires. But for our run, we're going to be, of course, on the racing hard tires as the sun is out, plus with the dry track as well. In this car, it actually felt really, really good, considering it to be an early 2000s car. Of course, with the racing tires and all the racing items we have on this car, it actually does feel like a Group 3.5, to be honest. May not be as fuel efficient compared to the Group 4s, but that raw speed itself, it just pretty much it's a league of its own compared to the rest of the group in this race. And I gotta tell you that doing that special GTS livery that I made for this particular car. It's more like a fancy Team Orca livery that I made for this car, and it just looks so good on this car. It was a lot of fun making this livery, so hopefully you guys do in fact enjoy it. I mean, it looks pretty good. As we make our way through the first game, we're going to try to split between the Supra and the Aston Martin, and unfortunately we're going to get damage from that, and we also went a bit wide. We're going to get ourselves a half-second penalty, but no worries whatsoever. We're in top 5. I do know our car is the strongest when it comes to the straights and possibly around the corners too. With how much power we got, we're going to make an easy pass on the Genesis right here as we approach our next chicane. And after that, we're going to be facing the main 3 leaders, which of course is the Corvette, the Swift, and of course the Group 4 Viper. As we get down to the rest of this main straight, we're literally right there. So within the next couple seconds, as you'll see here, we're going to make 3 very easy passes. As you can see, there we are right there, grabbing 3rd, then 2nd, and of course 1st. And after making that pass for the lead, we basically just dropped the hammer and just ran away from it. I mean, the speed on this car is incredible. Even the negative part about this car is the fuel itself not being as fuel efficient compared to other cars. As you see here, as we're about to finish up lap 2, we actually had to come in the pit road and get ourselves some fuel. I did went ahead and look at the radar. There is some rain below us, but it's not quite close enough to where I need to change the tires as of yet. So from our first stop in this race, all I'll be doing here is just refilling the fuel, and that's literally going to be it. So the car overall felt really good, felt very smooth, very fast, of course, in those main straights, and it just was basically awesome to drive around the circuit as well. That's, like I said, again, that's the only negative thing I can think of is the fuel itself, just having to refuel every 2 laps. Sure, you could potentially maybe map the car to where you can actually extend it to 3 laps if you want to, but for me, wanting to really experience the raw power of the car, I just would rather put it on map 1 and do it like that way. But it is possible, I think it is possible for it to do 3 laps at the circuit if you possibly make it map 6, I think. I mean, it is possible, plus if you short shift too. Fast forward to lap 4, this is going to be our next pit stop, and we're going to be doing exactly the same thing as we did for our first pit stop. Tires overall, they're still great. There's really no need to change them either, so all I'll be doing here is again another refuel. But as you can see from the skies above us, we all know the rain is going to come eventually, so there's a good chance that after we get done with this pit stop, we might have to come back in again for one more last time, put in some intermediate tires, and from that point we'll have to wait and see how the end of the race looks, if the inters will last for 2 laps, which I think it will, and that would be it for our race strategy. But yeah, same thing as was the first go around. Nothing new, just get a refuel and fuel, and we'll be good to go. And as you can see, our lead, of course, is pretty massive, so even if we did have a little bit of a mishap, we can still have enough time to recover from that. So as we leave pit road, I look at the skies, and there it is right here. We got ourselves quite a big rainstorm, and we are literally in the best place right now to get inters. Everybody else is still a long way from pit road, so with that heavier rain coming to play, they're going to be struggling for grip out on the track. So for us, this is a golden opportunity to come in, get the perfect tires for this condition, and basically finish off the race the way it is. Now, it actually is kind of surprising to me that the rain did in fact showed up late, like very late in the race. I don't recall the rain doing that. I know typically the rain shows up at the end of lap 2. It rains about probably a lap or 2, and then once the end of lap 4 is complete, that's when the track actually does begin to dry up to where it's safe to go back on slicks. But never have I really encountered this particular weather where you have to be on a wet tire right at the near end of the race. So that's quite interesting. So we went ahead, got ourselves some inters, got ourselves enough fuel to last us 2 laps. And this should be our last pit stop for the race for the time being. As you can see, all those dark blue patches of the rain, of course, and it just came in right at the perfect time. And as that rain, the water meter will in fact increase to the point where inters is the better choice over any slicks out there. So luckily for us, we were at the right place at the right time. As you can see, there's the rest of the leaders coming in from the Viper, all the way down to the bottom of the screen. Everybody will be coming in pit red just to get themselves some intermediate tires. And as we take one more last check on that radar, you'll be able to see a lot of different scattered dark blue patches in that radar, which is actually kind of does, flabbergasted about that, because like I said, I never have had experience to pit within like the last 2 laps for inters. The track did went ahead and dried up at the very end, so here we are on lap number 7. We're going to go ahead and just simply brake, and we're going to stop right here until that total time hits 30 minutes flat, and then once it hits 30 minutes flat, we'll be able to cross the finish line, which is going to be right about 2 seconds, right about now. Now we can go forward, and yeah, that's going to be it for the race. So very strong car. If you do have it, I do give it a chance, or I would recommend giving it a shot. Huge margin over the rest of the field. Got ourselves that clean race bonus, and that's going to be it for the episode. For the next episode, I was looking over the used car dealership, and I noticed that the Renault Clio is back in the game. So I'm wondering, or was thinking about doing a engine swap build with this car again at Tokyo Expressway 600, because the last time I had done this particular swap build, the car actually was decently good. So that's what I'm going to do for the next episode, is do that. And looking forward to it, see what this car is capable of doing. So if you guys have any suggestions, or if there's a particular build that you'll like for me to try out in the game, you're more than welcome to put your suggestions in the comments below. And hopefully this particular build helps out to get you some credits for GT7. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and take care. Thank you again for watching today's episode. Hopefully this particular tune has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If there is a particular build you'd like for me to try out, or a different race, car class, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to put any suggestions down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to do them. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well? It would be very much appreciated. Also, leave a like and share it. If you know somebody personally that is struggling to get a win at Tokyo Expressway 600, then you're more than welcome to share this episode, and hopefully it will help them out. Until then, I'll see you guys later, and have a great rest of the day or night for it might be, and be safe.